Man, coming up as the brother of somebody who's you know a well-known Orlando rapper who's doing it young, did that influence you or inspire you to start rapping, or did you kind of do that on your own?
For sure, it was a big influence. That nigga really made me take it serious. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, bro, shit going on right now. You need to do this. This is what we doing. So that's what we was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Around what age did you first start like writing raps?
Writing raps.
If you can remember.
Probably like 17, 16. Started writing them down. I used to freestyle all the time. But writing them, trying to, you know what I'm saying, put them bitches together, probably like 17, 16. And I still ain't knew what bars was until my brother told me how to count them bitches. You know what I'm saying? But I used to always write shit like, you know, being locked up on that juvenile shit, you couldn't do nothing but I hid and write it. You know what I'm saying? Write that shit down, write down what I'm going through. Kind of like a poem, but it really on some rap shit though.
Was that like a sense of therapy for you?
Yeah.
It kind of put you on.
It was a release,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm finna write this shit, this how I'm feeling. You know, and it ended up being, you know, melodic type shit. So it came together with rapping, like the music, the beats and shit. It all made sense.
So take us, so you said 16, 17, this is after you've been expelled.
Yeah. I wasn't in school when I started writing raps.
So you wasn't battling and nobody rapping at the lunchroom table or nothing?
Nah, I ain't never did the lunchroom table shit. You know, we used to do it at the spot and shit at my people's house. We'll turn the motherfucking radio on Good Friday and bro had the instrumentals and we'll be in that bitch just rapping, you know what I'm saying? We never really thought about taking it serious until the opportunity presented itself, you feel me?
Do you remember your first actual like studio session?
My first studio session, yeah.
What was that? What was that experience like for you?
I mean, that was different. It was different. Like you had to go in that bitch and actually say this shit. You know, I had stage fright on the mics and shit at first, but once I got it together, and then my cousin had a laptop. We used to rap into the microphone on the headphones and shit.
Yeah.
It was some fucking program we used to use, but they would put that shit on wax and hit, you know what I'm saying?
What was the first song you recorded?
The first song I recorded, I don't remember the name of that bitch, but I remember I recorded that bitch. It was me and my homeboy, one of my dogs from back in the day. And we just was rapping and shit.
And this is all, like you said, you were a fan of reality rappers, so everything you was putting in your music was what you was living, what you was going
Either I was living it, I done seen it, you know what I'm saying? Or I was finna do that shit. Like, that's how I put my shit together to this day.
Man, speaking a little bit more about the music, you've been around from the beginning, so you done saw the evolution from, like you said, I guess at first it's the red team.
Right.
Then it transitioned to, I guess, what is it, Mohawk Mayhem. Mohawk Mayhem, then 1090 Blokk Boyz, etc.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like y'all were responsible for carving a lane that a lot of artists followed after the fact? Do you feel like y'all were trendsetters, man? Just looking back on it now?
Yeah, for sure. We brought the wave. We brought the wave because niggas wasn't really, there wasn't no young niggas doing it when we started doing it. You know what I'm saying? And then after we laid the foundation for that shit, you had a lot of rappers coming, you know what I'm saying? Niggas rapping and shit. But yeah, I feel like, you know, we brought the wave on that shit for our era of young niggas. We kind of like carved the path out for that shit.
So for the people who are not familiar, like break down the real deal original members. Like when y'all first had the red team, who all was involved?
Red team, it was me, my nigga Baby Boy, of course my brother D-Boy, my cousin Diggy, and Keezy. Keezy, that's like a big brother type, you know what I'm saying? He was like the big brother figure and shit.
Oh, for sure. And so when y'all first come together and put the music, y'all start recording, does it instantly take off, or do y'all receive like a certain type of resistance from the people around y'all?
Oh no, we ain't getting no resistance. There wasn't no resistance. You know
Sometimes it can take time for somebody to take off.
It ain't take too much time, because I think after our first take, maybe 2-3 weeks after that, we was getting booked. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't take too much of time.
And y'all start seeing actual like real money.
Yeah, we got some money out that shit.
But was it to the point where did you still have like 1 foot?
It was always 1 foot in, 1
Regardless.
foot out. Yeah, for me. You know, I could say probably for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, that's just what we was doing. You know? The rapping was like an escape from that shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, we finna leave here and go to the studio. We might be in the studio 4, 6, 8 hours, and you coming right back to this shit. So it's always 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Man, what is that like for you mentally, going from somebody who's just solely a hustler, all of that, to being an actual artist that people recognize you now? So you got a different type of attention on you, while you still try to balance that with, you know, doing something illegal.
It was shit. It was a transition. Definitely, it was a transition. You know, from a day to day, you know, the shit was still kind of like the same. It was like a culture shock for me. You know, like, damn, we really doing this shit, and we getting recognized for doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it makes sense to do this shit. So this is what we doing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was like a real culture shock for a nigga. Like, damn, we really got fans. Like, these people listen to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we influencing trends like this motherfucker. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, we setting the tone out this motherfucker. So yeah, it was a transition. Definitely, it was a transition.
What's like you got a crazy memory, like you being at the grocery store or being at church or somewhere, I don't know, it's just somebody approaching you just randomly?
Oh yeah, most deaf. Like, most deaf. We used to go to other cities like Daytonas and D-Land. Niggas just be out, period. And, oh, you Mojo, like, hell yeah, type shit, you know what I'm saying? But it was always a joy just to hear, like, damn, these folks know who I'm is, you know what I'm saying? I ain't just no Orlando nigga, like, this shit spreading out, you feel what I'm saying? But yeah, for sure, like, I got that, like, that fuck it, we there type feeling, you know what I'm saying? When a motherfucker recognize you and don't know you from nothing but the music, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it was five of you?
Yeah, it was 5
originally. So if you can break it down, if you talking like basketball or something like that, like what role or what position do you feel like you played on the squad, dog?
Shit, I played in the position I was needed for, you know what I'm saying? But definitely like, bro had to run, you know, bro ran point, so probably shooting guard or some shit like that. Power forward.